an adrenaline rush. Because every day they're out there trying to outsmart you, right? And when you catch them, like, yeah, that was a good day.
They don't have nowhere to go. Anywhere they can hide, they'll hide. But they'll find them eventually, they'll find them.
Here, because this is the border, there's always going to be illegal crossings of some kind. How do you stop this here? What do you do?
No.
If you were looking for an ideal place to see the chaotic and sometimes heartbreaking reality of the U.S.-Mexico border, you'd want to ride along with the U.S. Border Patrol, since they are the ones who are paid to keep people and dope from getting across it. And you'd want to do it in Texas because Texas has far more borderland than any other state. And then you'd make your way down to the Rio Grande Valley in the southern tip of Texas, where there are more people apprehended and more pounds of dope seized than in any other area along the Texas-Mexico border. In the spring of 2016, the Texas Tribune went to the valley to Roma, Texas, and its surroundings in rural Starr County, and found what looked and felt like a smuggler's paradise. There are no man-made physical barriers to speak of here, no big walls or fences. There are plenty of river islands to stash humans and drugs, lots of places to hide. Plus, they don't keep boats in the water around the clock here. And just like they told us, once those Border Patrol boats come off the river, the cat and mouse game begins. All you have to do is listen to their radios.
4 bodies running north on the west side of the road.
BPS 2186 to the unit at Jack in the Box.
We have my family at the church. The unit's 961, the group is coming up the stairs by the bluff.
Hey, anybody available? Hey, do we have any BP mark unit, family, Riverview? Hey, there's another ramp going down. Two just went south by the, they're going south by that rock.
Any unit in Roma?
And it's like this every day, so it's busy.
Our chief guide was Border Patrol agent Jose Perales. He's a 16-year veteran of the agency, a lifer. You know that he sort of lives to show the outside world what's happening down here, and you know why he picked Roma, Texas to do the showing.
The river is very close to Roma. So they can actually just run like 2 blocks and they're on 83. We have a lot of traffic that runs into the Dollar General. See where the brush starts right there? That's the drop down to the river. So they run. How long will it take you to run from there to those stores and get lost in the public? So it's maybe what, a 10-15 second run to the top. You come out here and you end up in vehicle pursuits. And there's days that you get assaulted, you get into fights. You go and you're chasing people, you're running, you trip over, you can easily fall. And this is the area that they work, and they know this area very well. You know, they know the terrain better than we do sometimes. The cartels have to move the people and their narcotics, right? They have to come up with tactics, and we have to counter those tactics. And it's a cat and mouse game all the time. It's always strategizing, always like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna catch these guys? So sometimes you don't see them, but you know, like, hey, you know what, they gotta be around here. But if you really slow down, you can actually, sometimes you can even smell them. You know, you can just smell somebody else's sweat, right? And a lot of times these people have been in stash houses on the south side for days. So hence, they haven't taken a shower, for days. So you can actually smell them.
For the people who live along the river's edge in Roma, dealing with the constant flow of undocumented immigrants has become a way of life.
Como le digo, sí, ya nos adaptamos a esta vida. Igual que al otro lado, pues ya ve cómo está el otro lado bien, dicen que está muy feo para allá y la gente anda como si nada.
O si no, ni les dan chance, los agarran de voladita, pobrecitos, sí. Cada rato llegan y se cruzan y pum, vámonos.
A while ago, we just saw 2, like 5 minutes ago before y'all got here. There was 2 running over there straight to the store. Activity everywhere. You can see it everywhere. Rig Rent's the same thing. You see people getting caught all to the side of the road. They come in through all the sides of the river. From here to Rio, you'll see them everywhere.
Roma sits right across the river from Ciudad Miguel Alemán, where in recent years 2 rival mafias, the Gulf Cartel and the Zetas, have fought pitched battles for control of this lucrative smuggling corridor, for access to the U.S. drug and labor markets. This is the other half of that smuggling paradise we found in Roma. Only paradise isn't a word you find yourself using in the same sentence with Miguel Alemán or the state it sits in, Tamaulipas. You can still see the scars of cartel warfare, which can flare at any moment. And locals say the real bosses in Miguel Alemán are the drug lords, not the government. Only a river divides us from Miguel Alemán, but Roma might as well be on a different planet. It's easy to fear the border, but then you run across all these kids traveling alone, kids fleeing lives of desperation, kids who are coming here to join their undocumented parents. That's where the big numbers are down here. It's the kids in the family units, as they're called. They are the ones who are pushing up the apprehension figures, and they don't run, they turn themselves in.
They cross them, and then they tell them, okay, just follow the road all the way to the top. So here comes the family unit just walking the road. Typically what we hear, they're fleeing away from violence or a certain gang, or it's mainly gangs that they're fleeing from. So I get why they're leaving. And we all understand it, but at the end of the day, we still have a job to do, and all of them can apply for asylum. It'll be up to the immigration judge to decide, their fate, whether yes, they stay or they have a legitimate reason, or no, they don't. So we don't have a say-so in that. Our job is to catch them and process them and set them up for to see an immigration judge. And that's to the extent, that we get involved.
We met a 14-year-old girl from Guatemala. Her name was Alejandra. She traveled here with her brother and cousin. They were forced to cross the river alone when their smuggler abandoned them on the Mexican side.
Alejandra.
¿Cruzaron solos o no?
Solos.
¿En una lancha?
Sí.
Ajá. ¿Qué ciudad son en Guatemala?
Santa Cruz del Quiché.
¿Y cómo llegaron hasta México?
En bus.
¿Y cuánto tiempo pasaste en el bus?
9 días.
¿No tenías miedo?
Sí, tenía miedo.
¿Y tú qué quieres hacer en Houston?
Ir a estudiar, ir a ver a mis papás.
¿Y sabes lo que quieres estudiar un día o qué sueño tienes?
Sí, quiero ser doctora.
Doctora.
My cousin lives over there. This is the old estate home. My grandma used to live there.
Ruperto Escobar has been ranching along the Rio Grande his whole life, just like his parents and their ancestors, all the way back to the mid-1700s. Smugglers have used his land for years to move people and product. He doesn't see that changing anytime soon.
It's mainly the disturbances at night, early hours in the morning. That's when they do their stuff. Waking you up because you hear these sounds, or the dogs are constantly barking. So you get up to see what's going on, I stopped fixing gates. I stopped putting them up. I don't close those main gates as you come in. I don't close them. What for? They ram into them. So what do? Do I run to the police and tell them, hey, go catch them, they're there? Then what happens? What do you think will happen next? They're gonna know who did it. I wouldn't put it past them to go and do some harm to me the following day or next week or the following week. So we just, what? Let them be.
We had to briefly stop the interview with him while 2 coyotes, slang for smugglers, moved a load of undocumented Mexican workers over his ranch.
Mira, see that?
Tomen video.
No somos policía.
No. Bueno. Gracias.
Son reporteros nomás, pero no son policía.
No, que no tomen video, ahí les encargo.
You just have to swallow your pride, sort of, and say, okay, well, you know what? Just don't bother us. Just leave us alone, and we'll leave you alone. Because at that moment, they're going to come and catch them. But then I have to live here the rest of my life, like my ancestors lived here all their life. Police is not going to come and stay with me and take care of me after I do something like that. And it's not just me. I mean, it happens to all of us up and down the border here. It sounds not too brave, but what do? You got to survive.